And Colleen is 6,
Yeah.
and Lucy is 5, right, Lucy? And they're going to perform for you the 3-hand reel. And this is Lucy's first performance on your far right. So this is her inaugural performance today, right, Lucy?
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. The 3-hand reel. Aren't they awesome? Okay, now I'm going to let these 3 little ones talk a little bit, and they're going to answer a question for me. And the question that I'm going to ask them today, because we all know how challenging Irish dancing is, because it is a very challenging art form of dance to learn, and they spend, like I said, lots of hours perfecting it. I'm going to ask them, what's the hardest thing when they're out here dancing to remember? Okay? And Colleen, let me start over here with you since you've performed before. What's the hardest thing to work at?
Staying on time.
Staying on time to the music. As you can see, Irish dancing is especially on time, right on the beat. We call it dead on the beat in Irish dance. It's a little bit different from ballet and some other forms of dance where there's a little bit more freedom. You have to be exactly on the beat. So Colleen, I agree with you. Staying on time is very important. Lily, why don't you come on over here, and will you tell the audience what you think is the most challenging?
Turning out my feet.
Turning out her feet. So just like in ballet, the dancers have to keep their feet turned out as opposed to turned in. So she has to work a little bit harder on keeping her feet turned out, right? Thank you, Lily. And then Lucy, your first time, what do you think is the hardest thing about Irish dance?
Crossing my feet.
Lucy has to work at crossing her feet. Why don't you show the audience how you do a jump 2-3 with crossed feet? So 1 foot in front of the other, right, Lucy? Yes, and you work really hard at that, don't you? Okay, anything else you want to tell the audience?
No.
Okay, great. Girls, go ahead and take a bow if you will. Thank you very much. Lovely job. Now, of course,
Very good little girl.
Of course, we wouldn't, one of the things that goes along with Irish dance is